broadcast here in St. Louis. It's been a pretty fun night so far, getting delayed a little bit because of Salt Lake Supercross, but we're going here. This custom track, round 5 of our championship. Let's share this here to our Discord to give the people in there the link to watch it. Okay, and we're off here. I actually tried to qualified towards the back of the pack, made the night show, and almost had a spot in the heat race, missed out, went to the LCQ. Max is waiting on the line, so made my way through the pack just to be behind Chandler Harrell, and second. He was hauling. I was all over his back end, and he wasn't cracking. He was hauling. I was giving it my all, giving it like 1 to 2 seconds faster, like 1.5 to 2 seconds faster lap times than my qualifier or the heat, and still couldn't get the pass for second. So I'm here now doing race director for our A main here, so probably a good thing I didn't make it. But anyways, we got Chandler Harrell's teammate CS Harrell out in the lead here early on his ECE Motorsports bike, repping that number 1. He's up there in the points as well. Let me get this points. Excuse me here for a second. Okay, so our points leader is Tyler BMX, and it goes down 8 points to Talon and SX Corey, well, and CS Harold, damn. The only Endocho at 63, which is 12 points down. So Talon right now, he's on that new KTM team. Second, that's Corey on the Moto247. Husqvarna in third. Bryce Norman was running up there. He had the points lead actually, then missed a round, so he's back in like 5th or 6th now. So he's up here trying to gain some points back. Nico Israel won the LCQ tonight. He was hauling. We were catching him. Chandler and I were catching him in the LCQ, and then right as we got to him, man, he just pulled away, and we weren't making any mistakes really either. So another guy to look out for, he's hauling. XX Brad is CY Savage, that normally races our championship. So he's up here only in Docho. 7th, LTP. Got Axis. He must have been away for a second, because you guys saw there, he missed it on the start. He was sitting there for a while. He's already up to 11th. Got Chandler Harrell at 12. But man, he's been fast lately, so definitely deserving to be in the A main. I think last week was his first A main, and now he's in back-to-back A mains, and tonight it was hard to get into this one, so props to him. But anyways, let's go back up the lead here. I wish we had the TV cam, but we do not. Man, we've been in a rush ever since Supercross got done, like 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. Now I can sit down and relax and watch some good racing, guys. We got CS Harrell still in the lead. Here's a battle between Nico Israel and Talon. I believe Nico's been going to POI in the last week or two, and I think I saw him put in some good results. I'm not sure on that one, but he's been hauling here tonight. SX Corey about to get the pass. Gets to the inside there. Can he pass his former teammate on the Moto247 Husqvarna? Talon. This has to be one of the first races for that new KTM team. Can he put it up there? Top of the box. Tonight, Talon's hauling. CS Harrell hasn't been doing too good lately. At least not his normal self. But he's up here in the lead, which is no surprise, you know, after all of the last championship. You know, we definitely know he can haul. He's always consistent, even when he wasn't the fastest. You know, he always consistently got in the top 3 or right around there where people would be first, and they'd go back down to 7th or something. So don't expect him to drop too much. And Axis is back up to 8th here, so maybe it was a good thing that he wasn't on the gate at the time. At least for everyone else, because normally he just checks out in like every league, it seems like. So right now, where's Tyler? Tyler would still have the points lead right now. He's a big gap. So the battle, like that 3-way battle for 3rd, is SX Corey, Harrell, and yeah, Talon's right there too. So Talon would get that tiebreaker right now. But let's focus on some battles. We got CY Savage and Tyler BMX 12 here. Give a shout out to Tyler here, race directing that LCQ. He's watching all the madness, and luckily I was up there, so I got to be on some of it. Watch me, you know, fail at trying to make the friggin' A-main, but it was fun. If you guys are watching, we are going to run a B-main tonight, which I know people don't like to wait, but we'll run a B-main, I'll host it, and we will get that going, and I'm racing too, so. Even though I'm not making the A-main, at least want to get some points to have fun with you guys here in the B-main tonight. I definitely found out last championship that the B-main's pretty fast too, so. Yeah, don't leave quite yet. Sit back and watch this. And then dive into our B-main right after. But man, Harold is still holding that lead over Talon there. Where's Chandler's up to 11th now. Only in Docho, Fupa Gang, CY Savage, right here, up to 8th. I think he was up in the top 5, I think. So he was dropping down. Axis is the man to watch. He actually got 1 win so far this championship. I think he's 1 for 1 because he has not raced their other 4 rounds, so. No, this is round 5, that'll be 3 rounds. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Get a drink here so I can sit back and watch some good battles. Also, tomorrow we got a couple championships. We got BSX and Ioma. BSX, I think, starting at 7. Shit, let's go. Ioma starting at 9, so it should be fun there. Okay, got my drink. Now, let's fucking get some good battles going. Axis is already cracking his way into the top 5 here, all over. Well, Nico going down, hitting that over-under. Now he's... Where's Axis? Okay, he's all over our points leader, Tyler BMX 12, and as you can see, those top 3 guys are all bunched up together. They're like a good 4 or 5 seconds in front of these guys. This is going to be horrible for the rest of the pack if Axis gets this win. There's still 13 minutes plus 1 lap to go. He was sitting on that starting line for a good while. I think those guys like went under the over-under before he took off. Tyler going over the berm and crashing there. Axis somehow staying up. This is crazy if he gets this win here because these guys are fast. Everyone in this lobby, I was running 57s, which I think Axis qualified fast with like a 55.9, but I thought I was hauling with a 57, making no mistakes in the LCQ, and obviously I wasn't fast enough to be in there, so all these guys are hauling here tonight. This little section here, I was trying to quad in, so keep an eye on that, or if they're going on off that tabletop. And that last section, or right after the first turn there, gonna be one to keep your eye on as well. I was wheel tapping this and dropping down and like tripling out, but I could not get that like 90% of the laps. But man, it still looks the same. Hero with like a 2-second lead here probably. Wish it would say that on the screen, but unfortunately it does not. We got Talon here. Second, Axis is all the way up to 3rd. There's a pretty big gap down to him, but he still has like 11.5 minutes to go. If you guys are tuning in right now, so far it's a pretty good one. Axis did not start with everyone else. He's sitting on the gate, and man, look at it. He's already up to 3rd, so all these guys are all in tonight. Like I said, go down to the back of the pack here too. Chandler Harrow working his way up to 10th. I think that would be his best Moto247 career finish. He's been racing with us for like 2 seasons now. Slowly getting better, but man, new ECE bike working out for him. But Axe is going down, hitting the tough block as he's catching Talon right there. Almost halfway through. Tyler is, there's SX Corey too, so they're catching up to Axis as he made some mistakes right there. I believe this would be SX Corey's first race on the Moto247 Husqvarna. Putting in the good ride. Man, he's been home lately too. Excuse me. This section is tricky there. The jumps are so small. It's not too hard to do, but in the battle I found that it's pretty hard to get an advantage over someone. In this track, it seems like I couldn't get no passes made in LCQ. At least for me, and obviously I don't play as much anymore, but it's hard to pass in this track for sure without kind of getting aggressive. Tyler's all over the back of SX Corey. Our points leader here. If he finished 5th, he would still have the points lead, I believe. But definitely doesn't want to lose many points to Talon. I think he has an 8-point gap. Yeah. He has 75, Talon is 67, 3-way battle. Oh, crap, Harold's there too, so. What would 5th be? That'd be 18, so that'd be 7. So he'd have a 1-point lead, I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly, if he finished 5th with Harold grabbing the W here. So he definitely does not want that to happen. Tyler's been hauling lately too, obviously leading our championship and leading BSX as well. But as we're on Tyler there, Talon grabbing the lead, so CS Harold must have slipped up and made a mistake there. Might have been on that tough block that's out in the middle of the track, or on the edge of the track in that main line over that Dragon's back. Or that double, whatever the heck's there. So that does not flip the points at all for Tyler. He's still 1 point down. Axe is going down right now, as Talon and CS Harold are tied in the points. So I guess Tyler's up to 4th now, so grabbing some points, or getting some points back. Man, I really wanted to make the same aim, but this is a good one to watch here, so. Oh well. This race director is actually pretty fun to watch all these good battles. Especially when they're always battling it out when I'm racing it. Wishing I could get on this race director, so pretty cool. Saw a good battle back here. Must have been CY Savage and Fupa Gang. Chandler Harrell's back in 11th, and LTP 392. 12th, I believe he's Australian. We have a couple international people here based out of the US, but kind of cool to see our Moto247 championship grow and get people from overseas here. I know it has to be hard for them, time zone being so different. I was gonna do one of their races, but it was like 4 in the morning. Like, oh, not looking like I'm gonna do that. Talon putting a good ride. Man, these two have been nailing in some good laps, minus CS Harold's one mistake so far, at least I saw up here. But yeah, man, they flip-flop. You know, CS Harold had this big of a gap, couple-second gap, and now he's down from Talon, but Axis is all over the back of him, going up the inside, side by side over this over-under. Axis sending it into the face of the finish line. This guy definitely has a lot of tricky lines that many people don't pick up on, but man, he goes out again, going down there for like the 3rd time. Definitely one to watch if you want to improve your lap times. Simple stuff like I thought I was doing everything good, making no mistakes. But 57, he was the 2nd, like 1.2 seconds faster. So watch this guy right here. He's in POI, Ioma, and Moto247. Small stuff improve your lap time dramatically. Everyone avoiding that tough block there, that sucked. I like this track, but man, tough block right there. Tyler casing it, just like I did in the LCQ there in the last lap. Seems like a lot of people are doing that. But the battle is heating up for 2nd again. Let's see if Axis can get by our defending champion, CS Harold. Almost our points leader there. points lead has been switching around like every week, it seems like. Got Talon up here trying to gain some points back. So what, 4th would be 19, so. Actually, I think if Talon finished like this, it would be a 7-point gap. I'm trying to do the math on the fly in my head, but around 6 or 7-point gap. Tyler BMX 12, so it would be like 1 to 2 behind in the overall standings. X is skimming it, trying to triple out. Can he get it? Cases it. Here it goes up the inside and hits the tough block. Goes down. Tyler, huh? I had an issue with the camera there. X Corey. The top 5 here on his new ride. We got Bryce Norman on his ECE. Keep on wanting to say ECE Honda, but these guys have switched over. It's now ECE Motorsports. These guys, it seems like all of them are improving. I think most of them switched to KTM, so good to see them getting better. It's just scary for everyone else because they were pretty fast before. Nico Israel up here to 7th. Another international rider here, I believe. Elian Docho at 8th. Fubiang in 9th. CY Savage. The battle for last is heating up between LTP 392 and Chandler Harrell here. Chandler Harrell's back on a Honda here this week, but man, he's been doing pretty good. I think he switched over too, so to KTM, he must have switched back to Honda for this round. Putting in a good ride. Back up to our leader, Talon 214 here. And what do we have? We have like 3.5 minutes, and they're going to get in the lappers here soon. Which hasn't been too big of an issue. We had races where they started getting the lappers like 12 minutes in, or with 12 minutes to go. X is catching them. Talon's been up here this whole time. What can he do here? Can he hold Axis off? They're getting in the lap traffic right now. They're lapping LTP 392, which would be 12th. Talon get a win here on his new KTM factory ride here. Just like Salt Lake earlier today, as they got in the lappers, had some issues in the esports world here, but still, you got to deal with lappers and stuff. But LTV getting out of the way, he had a tough luck, but got out of the way. Good thing to do there. A lot of people do not get out of the way, unfortunately. Axe is hugging, man. He's hugging it. That's where he's probably gaining ground in this and sending this over under. He didn't do it as much that lap there, but still slowly getting it, man. Can he get this win? Seeing him win would be no surprise here, but after sitting on the gate for a good 20 seconds or so, and catching up to this pack, and all these guys, like I said, are super fast here. All of them are putting in good lap times. I think our slowest lap time, or not slowest, but like the top 5 in LCQ were all running like 57s or around there, so these guys are on it here. Tyler BMX up to 3rd now, so if it ended like it is right now, he would still have that points lead, leaving St. Louis here. More lap traffic. You got I think that's gonna be Chandler Harrell and CY Savage. Axis is all over the back of Talon here as this battle for first is heating up. There's a battle there for 10th getting going too as well, and Axis getting up the inside and getting the pass on Talon 214 there. Now he's trying to get through this lap traffic as clean as possible, but those guys are going at it as well. Having some issues in Talon getting by, at least for a second, and they're side by side now, drag racing up this over-under. Sending the finish line there. We got 2 laps to go here, guys. Fortunately, we only got 2 laps to go. There's a lot of good battles. And the B main will be up. Probably not in race director, I'll just probably host it myself in race here in a bit. Okay, so Axis got the lead, but CY Savage and Chandler Harrell are going at it for 10th. And as they're being lapped here, Axis getting Chandler. CY Savage going down, but don't think that's going to affect any of them. But Chandler Harrell unlapping himself. Give him a warning. Getting the blue flag here. Yeah, come on, give him a spot. Yeah, there you go. Talon going for the pass here on Axis and getting it done through the tough locks there. Somehow stayed on 2 wheels. Here's Tyler all the way back here, so they got a big gap to 3rd there. Axis almost going in there for the pass, or for the kill I should say. All comes down to this last section. Axis skimming it. Talon trying to jump through. They are side by side here. Can Axis square them up? Going over the over-under here, and Axis going off the track, and Talon 214 grabbing the W here. Redemption for him. He got disconnected halfway through at PBR-SX. That was our last round there, and getting the W here, and this is his first win on his new KTM team, so putting in some good results here. Axis, here I'll go over the, they're all mixed up with the lappers. Wait till the final results pop up here. Man, looked fun. Hopefully everyone's still ready to go in the B main. This track is pretty fun. Okay, let's see here. So Talon grabbing that W here. I believe this would be, it might be his first win. We had so many different winners. And my phone has died, guys, so give me a second on the Discord here if you're listening to this and you're racing B main. Just give me a second. That's on the charger right now. Get a picture of my computer here of this, which is almost dead too. Everything's been dying because I've been using the stream. So, anyways, we got Talon followed by Axis, Tyler, BMX12, CS Harrell, Nico Israel, XX Corey, Bryce Norman, Nolian Docho, Fubagang, Chandler Harrell, XX, well, that's CY Savage there, and LTP 392. So a good one there. Talon grabbing a win. And I'm not sure if that's his first, so I'm not going to say anything for that. There's been so many different winners. I need to actually get them on a list. But he's up there in the points, and now he's second in points all alone after being in a 3-way tie for first there, or for second. And we got Tyler, BMX12, holding on to that points lead going in the round 6. So it should be some good racing here. Anyways, that is your A main here. And I put B. Wow. See that label is Moto247 B. I was making that in a hurry. I was in a hurry after missing that final spot in the LCQ to get this thing up here, so. Oh well. But let's get this B main going. Like I said, my phone is dead, so give me like a second. I'll get the lobby going and everything though. And thank you guys for tuning in.